Right. We are halfway through the fourth round, and we've got to talk about Carlos Alcaraz again. He's just looking incredible. He's looking like anyone who's going to try and even think about beating him is going to have to bring their absolute A game and hope that he doesn't have his, because he just absolutely murdered Lorenzo Musetti and Denis Shapovalov before that, looking like the first and second round against two seeded players. So he's looking great. We're going to talk about his form going into the real business end of this tournament. We're going to talk about Djokovic, Tsitsipas, how they looked. And we're also going to talk about some travesty out there where Bouzkova and Sorribes Tormo got their opponents kicked out of a match based on a joke. So we're going to talk about that as well, the big news of today that's going crazy on Twitter. And we're going to wrap it all up because that's what we do here on The Slice. Thanks for being here. All right. Thanks for being here, people. This episode of The Slice is presented by Chinook Business Advisory. I'm affiliated with Chinook, and Chinook is the best way to sell your business. So if you're a small business owner or know someone who is, send me an email down below. Put it there. And if you're looking at potentially selling your business, and we can help you with that. We're experts in helping small business owners transition to whatever is next. And we're also supported by CoolBet, the official sportsbook of The Slice. Stay cool, bet responsibly. And AG1, the official nutritional drink of The Slice. As you see here, we got it right here. We got CoolBet up here. Thanks for the support from our sponsors. Links below to support the show and get around the offers that they present. Now, Carlitos Alcaraz, looking absolutely flawless, don't you think? Today he beat Lorenzo Musetti 6-3, or let me just pull it up here. He beat him, I got to pull it up, 6-3, 6-2, 6-2, after beating Shapovalov 6-1, 6-4, 6-2. So these are just routine wins, and this was in just over 2 hours. And the stats here really show the story. You've got Lorenzo, number 1 seed, Musetti, number 17 seed, but Lorenzo's been playing great tennis on the clay this year, feeling very confident. Now, Carlos put 73% of his first serves in, very high number. He's winning 77% of those, which is great, good number. That's what you should be as an ATP Tour winner. Lorenzo Musetti, though, only wins 51% of his first serves in the match. Only 43% of second serves. That is just so bad if you think about it from what a top-level ATP player should be winning. Like, in reality, it should be 70% plus. Even if you lose, it could still be up there. But this is just such a domination, as you can see from Carlos. And, I mean, if you watch the match like I did, parts of the match were just Musetti was hitting. There was one time where Musetti came to the net like he should have, and then Carlos tried to lob it, and Musetti hit a great overhead backhand smash, went cross court, and Carlos runs over there, open stance, slaps a winner over the net, but it didn't even look like it was that outrageous for him. It looked like it was just in stride, backhand up the line pass win. It's just, he looks just totally on a different level than the players that he's played so far, including Musetti, who's obviously very good on clay, 17th seed. So it's going to get harder for Tsitsipas or for Carlos, because he's going to be playing Tsitsipas next and then probably Djokovic after that. But I mean, let's just get real here. He's looking absolutely good. So my question to you is Carlos the clear favorite? In my opinion, based on what I've seen so far, he's the favorite. He has been the betting odds favorite since before the tournament. I did pick Djokovic to win from the beginning, but right now, the way he's playing, he looks absolutely the hardest player to stop if he plays the way he does. Djokovic, on the other hand, is looking incredible as well. He does look like he's struggled a little bit more in his matches. I mean, his matches have just been a bit closer, but still not very close. Obviously, not the last round was very straightforward for him, 6-3, 6-2, 6-2, but very last was never really going to be an issue. 7-6, 7-6, 6-2 against ADF, as we talked about. He'll play Karen Khachanov next. who's been playing great in general. But in reality, what Karen would have to do to beat Djokovic is play his best level for 4 or 5 sets and have Djokovic really throw in a bad match, I think. On clay, it just I don't think it helps Karen. There's so many things that Djokovic can do to make him uncomfortable. There's so many ways that Djokovic is a stronger player, so I just don't see that happening. So I do see the Carlos Djokovic clash that we've all really wanted in the semifinals, but I do think that if they play both like they have been playing, I favor Carlos. So what do you think? What do you think? Stefanos, he's sneaking up as well. Everyone's written him off before. Not everyone. A lot of players or a lot of our fans have been writing him off as a real contender for this tournament, but he's, doing his job. He's into the fourth round. Sorry, he's into the quarterfinals where he wants to be. And you better believe that this brother is going to be wanting to beat Carlos Alcaraz real bad, as he's on, obviously, the losing end of their most recent encounters. I don't even think he's ever beaten him. So, yeah, he's got a lot of motivation, and he's been to the final of Roland Garros, unlike Carlos Alcaraz in the past. So Carlos has got a lot of work to do ahead of him, but he's been looking very, very good so far, and he's going to be hard to stop. Let's be honest here. Now, to other more tragic news, we've got some bad girls on the block. Some people are calling it mean girls. We got Bouzkova and Sorribes Tormo. We got a picture here. Allegedly, I will say, them laughing after they got Miu Kato and Adela Sutadi disqualified from their match after Miu hit the ball, literally trying to hit the ball over to the lines person, like had the ball, hit it like this to them, hit it too hard, and then the lines person wasn't watching, had balls in her hand, and hit her in the face, and she cried. I mean, you can't really make this up. It's crazy. But this is the type of thing that players do all the time. Federer was like notorious for just like kind of slicing a ball at the ball kid, hoping they, making them catch it or having it catch it on the one bounce with a little pace. But there was no anger involved. There was no anything involved. You can watch the video. I can't play here because of copyright. But it was just tragic. So apparently this is what happened. They did that, hit the ball girl. The umpire was like, "Oh, what happened? Warning, don't do that anymore." And then apparently Bouzkova and Sorribes Tormo go and petition the umpire to get them disqualified. And then the umpire capitulates to them and disqualifies Miu and Adila, which is just, these players don't have they're doubles players. They don't have a ton of money. The 43,000 euros that those players would have got, even if they lost, they don't receive any because they got disqualified. It gets all taken back. It is just unbelievable, So yeah, they're in the trash bin. They are getting absolutely roasted on Twitter for poor sportsmanship, which I would agree with. I'm not condoning anyone roasting them on Twitter, but nature will take care of itself, and that's just not a good look for those players at all. Both of them are singles players, where the other ones are more doubles specialists, I believe, and that's just a terrible look. So give your thoughts on that below. Not a great look. Let's look at the women's draw, who the bottom half played their fourth round today, and the great run of Elena Svitolina continues. She takes out Daria Kasatkina of Russia. Daria Kasatkina, it was actually interesting. She didn't offer to shake Svitolina's hand. She just gave a thumbs up, knowing that she probably wouldn't be accepted because Svitolina is Ukrainian, obviously, and there's a lot of tension there, to say the least. But Svitolina makes it back again into the quarterfinals to play Sabalenka, Belarusian. Sabalenka has been kind of being sheltered from the press, as maybe you've seen on Twitter, but she's been doing kind of pseudo press conferences. She's come off, and she's not just doing the general open press conferences anymore. She's doing one with a WTA journalist who is just asking her questions and putting it out there, so that she's not open to the press after her matches, because these Ukrainian reporters kept going in on her like pretty crazily. So I'm going to kind of stay out of that, but That's going to be a big match. Obviously, a lot on the line there beyond the tennis. Bouzkova through Pavlyuchenkova through beating Mertens, upsetting Mertens. And then on the top, we got the fourth round to continue tomorrow for the ladies. So anyways, that's the big news of the first half of round 4. Carlos Alcaraz looking unstoppable, if you ask me. And there was some absolute Bush League stuff happening in the women's doubles that I think should be fixed. I don't know. What's the only fix I could think of is if Bouzkova and Sorribes Tormo basically give the money to their opponents that they won from the tournament so far in doubles. That's the only thing that I think would save them face in the eyes of the fans. But if they don't care about their reputation, then they probably won't do anything. So, yeah. What do you think? Let me know. Anyways, that's the slice going into the second day of fourth round. We're getting to the business end. Thanks for being here. Big shout out to our sponsors. Hit us up down below for offers and send us an email if you know of a business that needs selling. Chinook is happy to do it for you. See you guys next time here on The Slice.